I'm like 2 days late, but I mean the update's even later, so it doesn't matter. But the Valentine's Day finally dropped, and it's cool. I actually like it. I'm gonna be going over everything that was in the update, including the logs, every item. I have some footage of a lot of the items. I'm only missing like one. Everything else I got added. And also my thoughts on the update and the future of GPO after this update. So I'm gonna go over the log first, and every change that was added. So the max bounty was increased from 75,000 to 100k. This happens. I don't know what the like. I've never really paid attention to this, but like, does that like really affect how many ships spawn? I wonder if ship farming is gonna be easier with 100k. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I mean it's cool. And the new event with the new mini bosses and drops. So this is a Valentine's update, and the way they did it is that they made it a dungeon instead of like some island you go to. Honestly, I enjoy the update. It's different. They've been changing it up lately with like just a normal boss to a stationary boss and now a dungeon. I actually really like it. I feel like this is like how they should do it. Like it's not the most efficient for you to be able to do, because you need like at least a person with you. This dungeon is like seems really hard to solo, but you've never been able to solo normal events regardless. So I don't think this is really matters. But I like you know, you can't just be like, oh, can I be in the party or something? Because then you'll drag down the party if you have like a bad fruit or something. So this event is like more for like players that already have a decent fruit. So I don't know. That doesn't really bother me because like I have every fruit in the game chilling. But like I don't know. I really like it because it's a dungeons. So you're guaranteed like a fruit basically if you beat it, and then there's a bunch of drops within the event itself. I'll go over everything about the actual event itself in a second. There are two bosses, the Cupid Queen and Leo. Leo's like a mirror user. He drops a couple things, and Cupid is like the final boss. Honestly, she's kind of a pushover, but it's whatever. She does get a little annoying and hard if you don't know what you're doing. This is like an event where you're gonna have to like collaborate with like a person and figure out what strategies you need to do. Me and my friend already figured out a strat to how to beat it really fast with the fruits that we have access to. So if you have like a combination of fruits, like you and your friend, because you really only need two people. If you and your friend has Suna and one has like Goro, you have to like collaborate and figure out, okay, how are we supposed to beat these? How can we easily take down smaller enemies? How do we take down the bosses? You know, do a bunch of stuff like that. It's really cool and unique. Me and my friend already developed a strategy with Pika and Magu. So, you know, you do what you do. I'll show it off later too. But yeah, honestly, I feel like that's really cool with the two bosses that you have. But that's going off topic. I'll go over that again later. In terms of items, the new items are Cupid Boat, Cupid's Wand, Cupid's Battle Axe, Cupid Queen's Outfit, Cupid Queen's Wings, Wings of Roses, Wings of Leo, Worshipper's Cape, Cupid Headband, Cupid Mask, Cupid Scarf, Cupid Guard Outfit, and Leo's outfit. For the most part, all these can be dropped by the NPCs minus the stuff that specifically says Leo. So that being Wings of Leo and Leo's outfit. And the Cupid Bow, Wand, Battle Axe, outfit, and Wings all belong to the boss. The boss itself can also drop the Cupid headband, mask, and scarf, I think. I know it drops the headband because it dropped it on me once. So those can still drop from the boss, but the other ones, the top 5 of that row, are exclusive to her. And the other ones seem to be mob drops. I think it depends on the mob itself. I think the axe ones drop different things. The battle axe might even drop from the Cupid axe holders themselves, but I have no clue. I think it's just from the boss itself though. Besides that, there's like a new fruit, string, which is a fruit I was really excited for because Don Flamingo is one of my favorite characters. But I haven't really seen anyone talk about it or use it, funnily. So I have to see more about it for me to even give it a criticism, other than the initial like teaser that they showed us. But yeah, I don't know. I like it. Like I'm gonna try to get it. Obviously need it because probably gonna be my main because they absolutely destroy Suna. It's like completely unrunnable. But you know, it's fine. Ito looks cool. I'm gonna be running that later. I'll probably show some PvP videos on it later on the channel, but I have no clue. I'll think about it. I'll see it. The only other changes in terms of balance were to Hiei and Suna. Hiei's Ice Age, I think that's the ult. The wind-up event has been decreased, so you can bring it out faster because I swear to God, you could just jump out of it. The move was kind of mid. And it isn't even insane like that regardless. I mean, it does get you a full combo, but it's whatever. It's good, but thank God they increased the wind-up. I don't know how big the wind-up is, but, you know, it's cool to see. The second change was to Ice Spike, so this might make Hiei finally, after the nerf to it to reduce it They finally made it back up to 60 seconds. This might make Kia the strongest in the game. Ice spikes to 60 seconds and not just infinite. I don't even know why there's a duration on it. You know, cracked. It's dumb. It's over. What are you supposed to do against this? They'll call you a runner, but you're still winning. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you have hockey and a gun and you shoot them, I think they get kicked off of it. But who cares? You know, it's fine. They can't stop you. He ain't broken. Best friend in the game. And then the other change was to Suna's ult. The damage got increased. Suna's still trash. I checked the ult. I have like 900 into Suna on my main. The ult barely did 175 or something like that. It does not matter. It is so pointless. Who cares? Suna's still mid after the ginormous nerf they did. So it's whatever. Now, the second two changes, I want to talk about the first one after I talk about the second one. Because the first one's crazy. But the second one is adding chat boxes to training. Thank God. I despise the before this update. You had to look over someone's head while in the trade. So you have to zoom your camera down to even look at what they were saying. It was awful. I hated it. Thank God they have a chat box now. And then the first change that they showed on this miscellaneous is added Skywalk Geppo trainer to Coco Island. This is the best change in the entire update, and I love this so much. So this means that every fighting style that didn't have Geppo before now has Geppo. Now what this means for a bunch of the fighting styles is that they're significantly better. Things like Mink are probably viable now. I don't know how good it is regardless, but it's probably viable now. Fisherman Karate is cracked. It's disgusting. It's oh my God. The problem with Fisherman Karate is that it didn't have Geppo. It had lack of mobility, so you were really struggling to do anything with it. But now that it does, it's probably on par with Black. Like things like Black are already dumb, so that's even better. And it makes it so they have the ability to not get like just outrun, because if you knew that someone was running this fighting style, you could just get a lead and run the entire match. It actually doesn't matter. Like they can call you cringe or whatever they want to call you, or runner. It doesn't matter. You were gonna win if you got a lead on them, so it doesn't really matter. So this removes like it disencourages running because they could just chase you. People are still gonna run obviously even with these fighting styles on, but still, it's cracked. You could just do that. What this means for things like Blackleg and Rokushiki is, I don't know. Blackleg itself is already good because its damage is disgusting for the little amount of points it does. So the change actually changes nothing to it. It's still top tier. Rokushiki, Roku Dash is good. Rokushiki itself looks like trash right now. They really need to buff it or like do some kind of rework to it because I don't like the moves it has currently. There's no real incentive to run it if your thing already has a fruit already has a TP dash. So you know, Roku just seems kind of mid. But I mean, it doesn't seem terrible. Like it's still Roku. It still has the Roku dash. You can still use it. But like the other fighting styles just provide more while having the ability to use Geppo. And also two-sword style. I don't know how much this changes for two-sword. Like obviously the mobility would be nice to get in and just be able to destroy your opponent. So it's obviously better, but it was already broken. So you know, this I know this is insanely cracked for it and it helps a lot, but it's not like it's like oh. And one-sword style is one-sword style with Geppo, which is significantly better. Thank God. Honestly, this is like something if you're like helping a new player out, if they really want something like one-sword style, two-sword style, get them the one-sword style, two-sword style, and then send them to that island to get Geppo, because that is going to drastically change them. Drastically change how good they become and make their lives a lot easier. So they don't have to worry about not having a fruit and then just falling into the water with no Geppo and just dying instantly. So yeah. Really good change, amazing change. That's probably the favorite part of the update other than the event itself, which I'll go over right now. So the update itself, I was talking about it earlier, but it is really fun. I enjoy it. It's gonna get old quick like every other event does, but for right now I really much enjoy it. So I was talking earlier about this event. This event is I really like this event. It's probably my favorite event in the entire thing. You have to go to some island, you know, have to do a bunch of other stuff to get to like the island that actually has the rewards you want to actually get. You just go into trade or go into the universal hub and then get in a party and play the event. I will say the event is not easily soloable, but neither is like every other event that ever comes out for this game. So that's not really like a critique I really want to make. It's kind of unimportant. But what it does have is devil fruit drops, which is if you actually beat it on top of every other drop that I listed before. So yeah, get this done. It's really cracked. I really enjoy this event a lot. It's just super good. Again, you go through a bunch of waves of things, but you go into unique areas. Unlike actual dungeons, where you just go over and over with waves that just have a bunch of mobs and you just have to kill them all. It's like really boring. Something like this, I would love for dungeons. I wish they would do something like this, but make this just dungeons entirely. Yeah, like make it require another person, but in exchange you get shorter runs, which this have, and I'll go over it, and make it actually more unique. You don't have to sit there and like do it. You can have 3 different maps. They all have different layouts. They all have different bosses. You know exactly what you're fighting and going up against. If you're more confident against like a Mara boss, and as opposed to like a Hiei or Pika boss, you can fight that one, or vice versa. You know. I will say normal dungeons you can do it solo, but at this point with the new block, with like the block changes and stuff, it's frustrating. At least with this event, again, just bring another person. It's really fun. I'm treating it more of the event and less of like a dungeon, because normal dungeons is just trash. But you can solo it, I guess, if you want to farm fruits. But I will say this is significantly faster than doing normal dungeons. Even if 2 people were to be doing normal dungeons and soloing it, those runs tend to take around 20 minutes. You can get 2 runs done in about like 12 minutes. You can probably do it in 10 if you're faster. Me and my friend get it done in around 10 minutes. In the footage that I'm showing on screen, we did this. It was like a sub 6-minute run. It was like, yeah, it was like 6 minutes to basically complete. So again, even you can probably get, you can get 3 runs done before you complete. So that's like 3 fruits in comparison to like 2 fruits you would have got if 2 of your friends soloed in dungeons and didn't die. Like, it's just better for fruits. The map looks really nice. There are little annoyances with like the rocks and rebels, especially near the Leo stage, where it becomes kind of frustrating to try to get him in a corner to kill him, like you should do with every boss. It's honestly annoying. And like what I was saying previously, during the patch notes, you can do whatever you want, because you can just enter with 5 people or less, up to a minimum of 1 to 2. Obviously, you can just like figure out strategies for the map. Because me and my friend were using Pika and Magu, we found out strategies to beat this map significantly faster. That's why we're doing 6-minute runs. And we were just able to blitz through the entire event like really fast. We got a bunch of drops as well from the actual bosses themselves. This event is probably something you have to do for a while during the entire month that it's going to be up, or however long. Because, damn, if the drops are kind of like annoying. Because the bosses drop like a bunch of drops. I mean, we have like most of them. We're only missing 1 drop now because we got really lucky. I'll show up on screen my friend getting both Leo drops, which was cracked. Because we had my friend was like, does he even drop anything? Because we were not getting any drops from him. But I was like, yeah, he does. He has drops named after him. And lo and behold, we did get the drops. But yeah, this event is really fun, really unique. This is what dungeons should have always been. And I hope that they in the future change dungeons to become like this. Because current dungeons are so boring, and something like this made me realize, yeah, they can easily make dungeons good. An actual dungeon. This is like an actual dungeon. You're like actually doing stuff. You're getting progressively further to the map till you find a boss, and I really like that. Again, the event is really fun and unique, but like every other GPO event, it's probably gonna get old, like after a week or 2 days, 3 days, whatever. But yeah, honestly, it's fun. You should really farm this event. The wings that the final boss drops are the best drums like item in the game, because it doesn't count as a cape. You know how drums doesn't count as a cape, so it's just like a back bling, if I want to call it that. So you could just wear it with whatever. I think it takes up the same spot, but they're better than drums. So I if you're like a player that really likes PvP and like needs the best items possible, farm this event until you get the wings at minimum, because those wings are insane. They like give like, I think like 15 more HP, or like 60 HP on top of like 2 plus HP. I'll put it up on the screen what it does exactly, but I know it's better than drums. I don't know if drums only gives HP or only gives something. I gotta go check that too. But yeah, it's better than drums. You really want to get it. It's like the best back bling, I guess, thing in the game, item in the game. It's really good. And from here, that's basically the entire event. I kind of want to go over like the future of GPO from here on, because we still don't have update 5. We've gotten like 3 holiday updates before we got update 5, which is kind of disgusting. But I mean, regardless, it's like this event is really good, so I won't take away from that. But people are really annoyed that we still have not got update 5. we were supposed to get it during Christmas time to January, but we're in February now and we still don't have it. I assume that it's gonna drop like next month or something. I'm hoping, because they're putting too much effort into these damn events, and no one really cares. Like they would prefer update 5 over something like the Christmas or Halloween event. Because realistically, as much as high effort as they put into this, and honestly, every event should just be a dungeon. I'm gonna be real now. After this, but as much effort as they put into these events now, it's kind of like for nothing because the event goes away after a while, and what we're left is absolutely nothing other than the next event, which like is basically stalling out till the update comes. I mean, I know that there's a lot of big things coming for the next update. It just depends on what is coming because people are expecting a lot of the next update, and if these things are not met, people are gonna be frustrated. I'm actually more than fine if things like the creative mode update or whatever the hell they were thinking, it was like an island creator update, or the battle royale comes out. I'm more than fine to wait like 3 months. If those insane or 3 or 4 months, if especially since they're hiding us down with these events, if those like GPO reviving type events come back, because things like the battle royale is going to be the best update in all of GPO. So update 5, depending on how they actually implemented it and do it, could be the best update. Because what we're expecting cyborgs, we're expecting Mochi, we're expecting one of those 2 events that I said. If they implement both, it's over. It's tombstone. That's like the best event of all. That's like the best update of all time. Update 5 could easily be the best update of all time. I mean, at this point, it has to be because like every other update was like, and not insane. Like they're good, obviously good. Second C's kind of cracked, but it's just another GPO update. These are like implementing game modes, which we haven't gotten since Dungeons update 3 or update 3, right? 4. I played before Dungeons were. I played after Dungeons were implemented, so. Something like that. But I mean, we have been getting, updates are slow. People aren't liking that, but it's fine. Like again, if update 5 plays out properly, and it is the best update of all time, I think the wait will be more than worth it, and I think people will be fine with it. But yeah, also Tori rework. So I don't know when that Tori rework is coming, but if it comes next update, cracked. I have like 2 Tories on me. My friend has Tori, and he just wants to get rid of it. But we were like, okay, Tori rework has to come. And then it finally gets announced, so we're chilling. If Tori is good, oh my god, holy crap! Because my friend regretted eating that Tori, and he got it rid of for like Goro, and he's just like absolutely despises it. But yeah, that's all my thoughts. I'm praying that the update 5 is like the most insane update ever. Yeah, I'm kind of like worried because April we're gonna get the Easter event, so they have like a month and a half basically before they have to make that event. So I wonder how much of update 5 has been in development since now, because if the only thing they've been working on is these updates, these holiday updates, update 5 is looking kind of grim. But I'm assuming they've been working on things like Mochi have been in development for like half a year or so. So I feel like we're fine. I also do like the fact that we got a fruit in this update, so that's also nice. And it's a legendary, so. But yeah, overall, Future is honestly looking kind of insane. I've been falling off of GPO a little bit, but last update, like the tail end of the last update, I was farming it a lot, so I was actually having a decent time. And with this update, I've been feeling it. So I don't know if I'll keep. I probably will post a couple videos. Like I was talking about how I was gonna upload 2 videos this time, and none of them dropped. But I might actually upload a video this week. It depends on what I want to see. I might drop a guide on this update, like on the dungeon. There's not really an insane amount you could do to like break this update and make like farm easily, because again, it's like a dungeon. So, and it's not like a traditional dungeon where you can just stand in the middle and just do whatever. So it's like very tricky. Again, you kind of want to experiment with this update, because if you have a friend with a legendary and you have a legendary, or like a fruit that does like good amounts, you can do a lot of things. But yeah, honestly, if you're a Pika and a Magu, I would recommend you teaming up and doing stuff. That's honestly what I would do. Just ask for like a lobby and be like, oh yo, Pika Magu, and like implement the strategies that I've had in this video. I don't know. I'll see what I do. I might upload the Pika review eventually when I feel like editing it. I just despise editing that video. I don't know. But yeah, honestly, thank y'all for watching, and peace.